Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for the evening chat. Hope everybody's doing A-OK during this holiday season. Traffic is a mother sucker. Man, it's crazy. Let's talk about some boxing. I've noticed though about certain fighters, we have to give some recognition to the new blood. You know, we just seen a rising star, you know, someone that did something more than Pitbull Cruz did, someone that actually won the fight, you know, that did some Manny Pacquiao, Ledwaba, or some very interesting stuff, man. You know, some Keith Mullins, Terry Norris like stuff, as I was talking to early last week, you know. Frank Martin showed that hard work and dedication and the desire and being hungry surpasses everything that you think you know about fighters. See, if I was a betting man, which I am not, and I'm glad that I'm not, I would have betted on Michael Rivera. Loreco Perez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Counterpunch Boxing News and the crew. Bars. Yeah, man, I would have definitely put money on Rivera, man. And Rivera, man, I would have been sick. You know, because Rivera's like, he's supposed to be the top dog, kicking ass here, kicking ass there. And come to find out, he was the one that needed all the work. So, saying all that to say this, man, you know, Frank Martin should definitely be looked at and taken seriously. Now he's the WBA, because that was an elimination bout. So that's on the WBA end. So sooner or later, somebody is going to have to see him. Somebody's going to have to defend their belts against this guy. Somebody. You know, and that somebody as of right now is Devin Haney. So that would be a good fight. I guess after the Lomachenko fight, that would be good. And based on the styles that him and Loma have, they're both southpaws, that would be pretty interesting. But of course, Loma has to get past Devin Haney, right? So we got a lot to talk about as far as that goes. We got Joe Joyce. I don't know who the hell is he gonna fight. Who is Deontay Wilder gonna fight? You know, we got guys like Frank Sanchez. Let's talk about him for a minute. We have a lot of people to talk about, man. A lot of people to discuss. You know, who the hell is Anthony Joshua gonna actually sign with? And when I mean sign with, agree to be trained by. You know, and that's kind of weird to me, because it's like, if it's about fighting, or it's about the fighter, why are you taking so long to get a trainer? You already had a guy that's stuck up above all the others. You know, that man went and pissed the LDBC off. Boy, you got to get the dude that ain't black. He should have did that the first time. Fuck AJ. He got the white promoter. I was like, damn. You guys are big mad about that shit. You didn't like him any fucking way. You know? Cool jumper, Kurt. Good to see you. Appreciate you, man. Brian, or should I say Ryan. Yeah, I got this a while back, man. I'm actually able to rock it somewhere because it's kind of chilly. So this is like my chill wear, you know, my winter wear. He should have stayed with Robert. He showed some growth in Usyk rematch. Yeah, and see, this is what I don't like about that whole situation. You guys think for a minute, if Anthony Joshua, you think if he would have won that decision, you think he would have left Robert Garcia? My guess is no, he wouldn't have. he would have stayed with Robert Garcia. I don't think he would have went back to McCracken, because him winning the decision would reflect the coaching and the training that he had instead of what he did in the ring. And that all really what it reflects. It reflects what he did in the ring. He just didn't do enough. He started complaining about, oh, I'm 18 stone. Like, dude, like if you did more, that means you're too fucking big. And see, one thing about Wilder and Malik, they've actually corrected that problem. Wilder ain't but like 219. Yeah, that motherfucker ain't 238 pounds because his frame doesn't support 238 pounds. You know? You get a tall, slender, very strong guy like that, and you start adding muscle onto him, you're just bogging him down. And I've been saying that shit for the last 2 years. Nobody listened to me because everybody said, oh, you hating on Wilder. No, I'm trying to help fucking Wilder because what he's doing is wrong. And if they're allowing him to gain all that weight, you have to ask yourself, what type of authority, of what type of power does Malik Scott really have over Deontay Wilder? If he didn't see, like, yo, I don't like you gaining that weight, Deontay, please take it off. Fuck how fat Fury gets. It doesn't matter. You know? He had to take 2 L's to realize that. He didn't need to get big like that. Rego the artist, counterpunch to you, man. Appreciate you. Having yes man is mostly what fighters want. Well, he shouldn't. But you know, to be fair though, I did see Malik Scott getting to Wilder's ass. You know, do not be fucking lackadaisical. You're lackadaisical. You gotta have your hand here, not here. So he was in his shit, and that's what he needs. And I was really impressed because I've saw that fight now probably about a dozen times. And it's weird. It's like watching a boxing match to me is like watching a movie, because you always pick up something that you never got the first time or the time before you've watched it. You never get that. Like, it's always something you say, oh man, I didn't even notice that was there. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, the more you watch it, the more things you're able to gather about that particular, any fight really, you know, especially like this day and age. You know, you have HD, you don't have standard definition, you know what I mean? You have all the good stuff. You have all the, you know, the graphics and the clarity of the pictures. So you're able to pick up on things that people are able to see, you know? The Joker, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt, what did you think of Spence saying that he's got a hell of a options, but releasing a strap season t-shirt? Errol Spence, I think he does have a lot of options. The options that he has is the ones that Al Heyman give him. He gives him options. Terrence Crawford ain't really an option for him. He's not really an option. Him saying that, listen, Errol Spence saying I have options did not come from Errol Spence. It came from the person that told Errol Spence that he has options. Point blank and period. Al Heyman tells these boys what to say and how to say it. They may mimic, or they may say what he said word for word. They're just reciting the shit that Al Heyman told them in private. Al Heyman doesn't have to do interviews. You want to know what Al Heyman says? Just listen to what their fighters say. If it's some dumb, hey, I don't need this and I'm the cash cow type shit, that's exactly what Al Heyman told them. Okay? Not necessarily, I don't know what he told them to say, but they're saying whatever he told them. So it's about the same thing. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. At all. It doesn't matter. Joyce versus Wilder, you putting money on? If I had to put money, it'd be Wilder, because Joe Joyce would have to continuously put the whooping on Wilder. Now, not saying he can't hurt Wilder, because I believe he can, Because like I told you guys earlier today in my video, if you guys caught it, I don't think, and I'm not sold on why on Wilder's punch resistance. I don't know how he is. I don't know if he's still durable or tough. I know he has heart, but who's to say he won't do the same shit Ortiz did when he fought Ruiz? Get hit and go right the fuck to the canvas. It happens all the time. It happened to uh um Dillian White. It happened to Fernando Vargas. It happened to a lot of fighters that no longer can take punches no more. Okay? That shit happens. Fernando Vargas was caught right after he got destroyed by Trinidad and was knocked down 5 times by Trinidad. To be fair, he knocked Trinidad down in the 4th round. But after that, he really wasn't the same fighter. He would get chinned, and there you go. You seen that okay, he's hurt. But Fernando was tough. But you notice now Fernando Vargas has that punch drunk slurred speech habit or symptom. So I don't know if Deontay Wilder can take anything yet. Now, logically, if you're Malik Scott, you would want to see if he could. Just hit him first. Hit the other guy first and get on out of there. Let's go home. Because it's just like Dominic Breazeale thought. Yeah, I'm going to give you trouble. Yeah, man, you've messed up now. You're a sorry father. See how you treat your kids. You're not a real man. You've seen trouble now. I'm like, Dominic Breazeale, you so fucking corny. You've got trouble. Good day from London, Melvin Gent. Counterpunch to you. But yeah, Joyce would have to but man, what would be a scary thing? He hit Joe Joyce, and Joyce kept coming and kept landing punches and beats Deontay to the ground. That would be some scary shit. Because people then, I think people would be afraid. I know Tyson Fury would. Because if Tyson Fury believes half the shit he says about Deontay Wilder and not just using Deontay Wilder as that guy because he was the only one that beat that guy, he's supposed to be scared. He's like, he fucking ran right through he ate the right like a fucking tube steak. he ate that right hand like a tube steak in underwear. Tube steak in underwear. Gay. But yeah, I don't know, man. But Wilder's faster. He can deliver the right hand faster. If Joyce can't take it, that's his ass. That's it. Marlon, evening Kurt, counterpunch to you, brother. Counterpunch to you back, Marlon. Breazeale should have been a cop. Yeah, he looks like a big ass cop. Or Dominic Breazeale just should have been a big ass coach. He should have been a big coach of a high school. I could see him doing that. You guys stand in line. Coach Breazeale, are you from Brazil? No, get in line. Kurt, did you see Drew Titan go on his steroid rage today, calling everyone out to fight? No. So he called everyone out. Who was he referring to? Who is everyone? Drew Titan. Ain't Drew Titan like don't he have a channel? Ain't he a YouTuber? I want to see Jared Anderson fight the top 10 heavyweight. I think he can give them a good fight, maybe beat one of them too. Well, he's going to have to eventually. Yeah. The formation of boxing, though, is pretty disturbing. Because a guy like Jared Anderson, okay, let's say Jared called out Dillian White, right? Well, Dillian White, when he still has decent skills, wouldn't want to fight Jared Anderson right now. But let's say Dillian White in 4 years from now, and he's been beaten 2 more times out of 5 fights. Well, he probably wouldn't mind fighting Jared Anderson then, but by that time Jared Anderson would be an absolute beast. And then Dillian White wouldn't be in nowhere near its prime if he's even uh competitive. But what happens, that fight gets made. Uh Jared Anderson is looking for a guy with that name on his resume. And he can join the many other guys that beat him by that point, but it's still, hey, I beat Dillian White. He used to be the shit. Now he ain't, but I'm gonna show you how he ain't even more. You know? In a few years, definitely a contender. Rivas pulled out of the Ajaba fight with an eye injury. Shame. He's been having trouble with his eye for over the decade now. Yeah, he's probably going to be another David Reed, and I didn't know that shit. That was a fight that I was really looking forward to seeing. And it tells you too, if he's having eye injuries, that means he needs to, like, they need to lay off of him in sparring. Who is Jared Anderson signed to? Top Rank? Yeah. Yeah, he was on Top Rank. Yep. Well, he was fighting on that Top Rank card. White should push for the Triple D fight. I am interested to see who Dillian White fights next. But more than likely it'll be Eddie Hearn in rematch room. And I said rematch room because it's like, I don't want to see him fight. I don't want to see Anthony Joshua fight Dillian White at all. I don't want to see that anymore. I think there's more fights that could be made besides a rematch that nobody fucking asked for. I think that Dillian White should fight Andy Ruiz. I would like to see that. I would like to see him fight Andy Ruiz because these guys are supposed to fight. He's a lot younger than Luis Ortiz. And I think the jab and things like that, I think it would be a good fight. A very good fight. None boxing related. What do you think about the new law that allows people to shoot cops who enters their house illegally? To shoot cops that enter people's house? Well, I don't know. I mean, you're okay. If you have a property, like if you're fighting over property with a spouse and you call the cops, and the cops can do nothing about that, which is law. If you are with your if you're married to someone and you guys own a car together, for example, and one decides to take the car from the other, and you call the cops can't do anything about that. That's a civil dispute. Okay? So if a cop enters someone enters a house illegally, if they enter illegally, if they didn't knock and police, if they don't have a warrant, they're just like anybody else. If they get, because see, here's the thing: a lot of people, if someone's breached their fucking security in their house and they've entered someone's house, and a person just shoots. A lot of times, people shoot first and ask questions later. So if a police officer gets shot, God forbids, then he's accountable. I mean, you can't. Yeah, that's you shouldn't have entered someone's property. At what right do you have to go in someone's house? That's their property. That's where they live. That's their domain. So no, if a police officer or police officers get the shit shot out of them by entering somebody's house, if anything, if they live, they should question their superiors. So that's it. Yeah, I mean, but I mentioned the car thing because it's a slippery slope when you're dealing with people's property, and then you're on someone's property, and you're on someone's property illegal. You have to do the correct protocol. or yeah, you could be shot just like anybody else because you are intruding. And what makes it worse, you're a police officer, so you should fucking know better. You can't use the police officer vibe or bid when it's convenient to you. Oh, I'm a police officer, so I can. No, that doesn't make you invincible. You can't come into someone's house. You can't be caught on their fucking property. Now, if it was probably outside, that would be different. But if it's inside someone's house, oh man, yeah. You know, because you have to identify yourself as a police officer. You can't just be walking around with a fucking flashlight. You could have took you for a crook, you know? But yeah, that's my counterpunch on that. Um, Jared would beat Dillian White right now. He's too fast and slick. Any top heavyweight hits DW with a clean uppercut and lights out. Sam Jones. Yeah, we all know that. White don't have a chin like that. And then I'm guessing how Povetkin fucked him up, I think. Because see, this is the second time he's been knocked out cold. Tyson Fury didn't knock him out cold. Tyson Fury dropped him and he was able to get back up. He was all wobbly and shit like that. It was a good stoppage, I feel. But dude, no. He been knocked out cold. I think after that it was like, yeah. Anytime you touch it. AJ should fight Vilene, Zhang, or even Frank rather than fight White again. I agree. Both White and Ruiz seem over the hill. Probably a good fight. Ruiz is going to fight like he's going to fight forever. I just think he just can't get too orca fat because he's not going to be able to move to even throw combinations, to try to set up traps, to try to cut off the ring. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to rely on his toughness. Stand toe-to-toe with me and fight me if you dare, because he knows that's the only way that he's going to be competitive, because someone can just box him from the outside. A lot of people like, dude, how did Joshua do that without him getting blitzed? Well, easy. Joshua didn't give him the same thing. He didn't do the same dumb shit he did in the first fight. He should have just chilled out, seen where Andy was at, and then attacked Andy. But if he's seen Andy's feet were up under him, he shouldn't have done that at all. I mean, the knockdown, sure, but all that other stuff, that flailing and swinging and flailing and BOW! Oh, and he got caught, and it was like, damn, this motherfucker's hurt. It was almost like somebody shot him. From Fury's own mouth, he said Jared Anderson and David Adele are the future of heavyweights division, and I agree. Yeah, they got to build, and they have to have that generation before fight. So Dillian White, Joseph Parker, I see a good fight for Jared Anderson, and he's not at heavyweight yet, but he's going to be at heavyweight. Lawrence Akali versus Jared Anderson would be a very good fight. Why not? Agree. Cops should follow the law like everyone else. Yeah. Police in this country scare me to death. Switch hitter, where are you at? What country are you in? Yeah, that's 3 uppercut stoppages for White. Yep. And Rivas dropped him with an uppercut too. Yep. Orca fat. Yeah, man. Like if Ruiz gets orca fat, he's just gonna get boxed he's gonna be like a punching bag. He didn't want to fight. He was a little punk. He danced around me. I tried to fight him. I said, come to me. He just punched me in my face and kept moving. Jared should fight that dude that DW just fought. That would be badass. Why do a lot of fat dudes have such quick hands? That fat man's speed hits different. Yeah, because he's holding a lot of weight behind him. And if he hits you and he knows how to hit you, can knock you spark out. I've seen a lot of big guys that are very, very strong and powerful, and man, and quick. I had a cousin, God bless the dead. He was probably one of the fastest fat guys I know. I'm like, damn, dude, you're quick. And he's one of those dudes like, yeah, you get bounced around him and jab him. But when he grabs you like a polar bear, it's over. He's going to beat you senseless. He's going to fucking, he's going to kick you, beat you, knee you, slap you, punch you. Why do a lot of fat dudes? Okay, I got that one. USA, sorry, didn't want to get too heavy with it. Well, it doesn't really bother me as much, especially here in Texas. Louisiana's not bad. Mississippi fucking scares me to death. I don't like driving through Mississippi. Georgia's okay. Florida's okay. I don't have a problem going places. I don't have problems with police like that. I just don't. Can't speak for everybody but myself, but I just don't. But then one thing I don't do though, I don't pop shit. I don't pop off shit. I don't turn into, hey, I know my rights. Let me tell you cops about the rights that you're supposed to know and the rights that I'm supposed to have. And I don't do all that because you are dealing with a person at the end of the day, not a machine, not a cyborg, a fucking person, a human being that has feelings, emotions, ticks, things that grind their gears, wives, ex-wives, drama at home, drama away from work. And the only thing that motherfucker can do is come to work out here in the streets and pull you over and you're talking shit at him. No, bro, I'm not doing that. Because I guarantee you, if they weren't just racist pricks and just wanted to kill someone, chances are they're like Michael Douglas. And when they pull you over, they're already having a bad fucking day. And you're talking all this other shit. And they're like, dude, I do not want to hear that fucking bullshit you're doing. And don't start swelling your arms and shit. What the fuck you gonna do, cop? Yeah, I'm like, no, dude, keep your fucking hands to your side. Now, I'm not going to do all this shit. Oh, well, I'm here and I'm not going to be scary about it. But you have to understand when you're dealing with police officers, you're dealing with fucking human beings. So, yeah. So, if you treat it that way, you should be fine. Now, God forbid you run up on a fucking Klansman and then you have all type of problems. You know what I mean? Counterpunch to you, Kurt. From London, I heard wants his first trilogy. With Ruiz. I don't know what that is. Is AJ done? I really think he's done. And I'm sad. I wanted him to see him fight Wilder and Fury. Nothing here. Why do you think Joshua's done? Okay, I'm going to talk about that in the next live tomorrow. But no, if Joshua was done, people, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off Joshua because I'm going to talk more about it tomorrow. He wouldn't be over in the States. It would be different if he was over in the States. He's not doing anything. He's not focusing on anything. He's just over here partying, sowing his roll oats, trying to find my bride. I am going to Queens. Take me to Queens at once. If he was just doing that, that would be different. Okay, dude, you haven't worked out at all. I'm trying to get my swerve on, you know what I'm saying? Tennessee has horrible law enforcement. Don't spend too much time in Tennessee. If law enforcement can't remain professional, they shouldn't be law enforcement. I agree. Mentally done. I'm hoping I'm wrong. Mentally done. I don't know, man. He ain't necessarily a fucking Robert McCall. He just needs to start winning, just like Wilder did. Wilder knocked out Hellenius and broke the fuck down because he was happy that he won a fight. He's happy that the hard work that they put in after that devastating knockout to Tyson Fury, which I think it was a little inner embarrassment for Wilder that he would probably never tell you. He would probably never tell anybody, probably a soul, probably the people that was around him. He would know that inside. Like, you know what? Tyson Fury beat my ass and I don't know how to take that shit, man. It sucks. I know this motherfucker cheated me. It sucks. He just didn't cheat me this time. Well, Wilder, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel that Wilder, it's just like any other fighter. Comeback kid. He made his comeback in dynamic fashion. Mentally, he reminds me of Lennox Lewis when he lost. Took him a couple fights to get confidence back. Yeah, it did. It did take Lennox Lewis. I thought Lennox Lewis was just a big chinny bastard. Does Frank Martin give Shakur problems? Yeah, he sure does. Bobby Collins, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Joseph Parker is fighting next again against a cruiserweight Jack Massey or something. Hunter says that Parker ducked him. Michael Hunter. I don't know who's worse, him or Andrade. Klitschko took a while to get confidence after these early failures. Yeah. If he keeps fighting, people will forget about it. People just think, oh, he's not fighting, he's done. He's just like, who said he's done? Drew Titan's father, what's good? Brandon, Kurt, who do you think wins? Shakur versus Pitbull. Shakur will tear Pitbull's ass up. He has two healthy hands. Dominic, I mean, Javante Davis didn't. Davis didn't have anything like that. He didn't have no shit like that. You know? Kurt, who wins right now? Bivol or Beterbiev? Man, that's a tough fight. I don't know. Shit. Man, that would be a good fight, though. Bivol, though, man, has skills. And I think Bivol hits hard enough to keep people back off of him. But to be fair, Alexander Volchnik thought that same thing. And Artur just ran right over his ass. He just tore into him and ran right over him. Russ Adner Cutman said he will never work with Wilder. I'd like to see Ruiz versus Hunter. That'd be a good fight, Joker. But Ruiz, no. Michael Hunter, we're friends. He's helped me a lot, but he's not where we want to go. I think he's slick. I don't want any more slick fighters. Russ Abner cut, man. Canelo seems to really want the Bivol rematch. How do you think that will go? Depends. He will have an edge if he brings it down to 168, but if he loses every belt. He loses all the belt. And all those people that were at 160 and 168, even at 154, 147, like Errol Spence, everybody was clowning Canelo. Everybody was clowning him. Just clowning him. But what do you think he can do different? Stand his ground, but stay out of the way of hooks and right hands. Box more than brawl, because or if you start balling with or two will catch you with something just like he did Joe Smith. And Joe Smith went down 3 times. No cap. That fight was over. Because he hit him with shots that, Joe's like, what the fuck did he hit me with? Because Joe's trying to fight him, but he's getting hit with punches that are a lot bigger than his. Kurt, did Marshall do the right thing activating the rematch clause for Shields fight? No, because I don't see her beating her. I just don't see it. What do you think he can do different? Start fighting motherfuckers a lot earlier in your life. He's old now, man. You know? He's old. So, who else? Before I go, let's talk about Usyk and Tyson Fury. Usyk and Tyson Fury both supposed to agree, according to Bob Arum. Okay. But where's the contract? That's simple. It's an hour from you. Okay, fax it to me. I'll bring it to you. We can look down, go over this shit, sign, whatever. Yeah, I think Canelo is out of his prime. Usyk is not easy for Fury at all. It's getting cold. No, Canelo's not in his prime no more. I think the last best fight he had was against Caleb Plant. And I think it was fights in between that, like your Durham. Your Durham should have never been a chosen guy for Canelo. Canelo didn't need any tune-ups. He didn't need that fight whatsoever. We should have had an undisputed heavyweight champ 5 years ago, but Joshua and White blew it. That BMW old as fuck. Is it? Okay. Blow biz. You're always going somewhere, huh? No, actually, I'm outside this academy. I'm about ready to go in. I'm ready to shut it down. Charlie Torre, counterpunch to you. Yeah, I got to pay a bill. But nah, man, I wanted to jump on, holler at you peeps for a minute. Stay tuned for new content. I'm going to jump off here because I do have to go into this place. I don't know how long they're going to keep me. But yeah, I enjoyed the stream. We talked for we talked everything today. Cops and laws. And Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua walking around in silk draws. Bars. But anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for dropping in. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.